Hi, I'm Rebecca Fredericks and welcome to RebeccaFredericksTV, the place to be for your personal and professional success. Today's episode is about how to get ready for a new relationship. For some of us, finding a suitable partner is just damn hard. But the reason it's so damn hard might be because we're just not ready yet. And this could be because we're only recently out of our last relationship, or we don't really know what we're looking for, or we're not properly proactively looking. Films, books and TV shows make out like our ideal man will simply find us and sweep us off our feet. If you're sitting back and waiting for him to find you, I've got news for you. He probably won't. Because sitting, eating popcorn in your PJs on Saturday night watching The X Factor is definitely not the obvious place for him to look. But putting yourself out there is just one part of getting ready for a new relationship. And in today's episode, we explore the ways to proactively get yourself ready for love. I've put together a 3-part strategy to help you find out whether you really are ready, and if you're not, how to get yourself ready. Let's go through that now. 1. Are you psychologically ready? Are there any areas of your life that you feel like you need to work on before you'll be ready for a new relationship? If you're suffering from depression or a low self-esteem, this may not be the best place to start a relationship from. Are you still Facebook stalking your ex? Are you still enjoying the single scene a little too much to commit to a relationship? Make a list of the things you think may be holding you back from starting a relationship. You may just not be ready yet, and that is fine. Take your time. But if you think you are ready, what are the things or areas that you need to change in order to prepare yourself for love? And once you've identified the changes that you need to make a plan for how you're going to work on them. You want to clean out what is unhealthy or what isn't working in your life right now so that you can start your relationship on a fresh foot with a clear slate. 2. Decide what it is that you really want. How are you going to find him if you don't know anything about him? Your next door neighbour could be your ideal man. It could be Bob from work. In fact, if you don't know what you want and need, you might be sitting next to your perfect partner every day at lunch without even realizing it. So decide what it is that you want. Now, if this seems a little daunting, here are some tips. Look back on your previous relationships. What worked and what didn't? What did you like about the relationship and what did you not like at all? What went wrong with that relationship and why? And then decide, what sort of man do you want? Some things are going to be more important to you than others. So make a list of the attributes of your ideal man and put them into a hierarchy with the most important at the top. The attributes at the bottom are the ones that you will compromise on. And the ones at the top are must-haves for you. So for example, before I met Joe, I knew that I needed a man who was more intelligent than me, who was fun and funny, ambitious, loyal and reliable. These were absolute must-haves for me. And lower down on my list were things like speaks another language, is tall, is a wonderful cook. Because these were things that I thought would be nice, but were not imperative. So know the attributes that you will forgo and the ones which you won't. It's highly unlikely someone will ever tick all of your boxes, especially when you have 500 to tick. And if you expect them to, you're likely to be alone for a long time because no one will ever fulfill all your expectations. And then, determine what your deal breakers are. There are going to be some things which are non-negotiable. For me, it was children. I knew I needed a man that wanted to have children too. If he didn't want children, I knew that he wasn't going to be a man that I should be in a relationship with. Deal breakers are black and white, and it's important that you know what your deal breakers are before going into a new relationship. Once you know exactly what you want, you will be motivated to take action, take control, and go out there and find him. 3. Be positive and take action. Be happy with who you are and your life. A man will be attracted to a woman who is happy and confident in herself, who leads a full and interesting life. Don't sit around waiting for a man to find you. Get yourself out there, take action, have fun, live your life. Ask your friends if they know of anyone who you might like. Go online dating. It worked for me. Talk to that man in your yoga class. Stop and talk to the man with the gorgeous Labrador you see on Saturday morning on your walk. Get yourself out there and see what happens. And when you're doing all of this, when you're really ready for a relationship and you know the sort of man that you want, you'll find him. So if you're wondering whether you're ready for a new relationship, do today's exercise, which involves asking and answering all the questions that we've been through today. Head over to the exercise blueprints for today's episode at RebeccaFredericksTV and fill out the answers. Good luck, and I hope you find it enlightening. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please let us know how you go about getting yourself ready for a new relationship. We would love to hear from you. If you've liked this episode, then please like it below and like it on Facebook and share it with any of your friends who you think may be interested. Today's tweet is, "When you end up happily married, even the failed relationships have worked beautifully to get you there." Julia Roberts. As always, remember that you are in control of your own life. If you want something to happen, you have to go out there and make the changes. That's not to say that others can't support you and help you. That's why I'm here, and that's what your friends and family are for. But you have all the power that you will ever need inside yourself. So use it and create a life and a future that you love. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and thank you for listening in on my Friday tip. I'll see you next Friday.